Hello everybody, back on the modded world again. Check my coke ovens. Okay, that's a little strange. That's fine. Amazing. So, since the last time, we cleared out this area. I'm getting a little framey. Sorry about that. And I moved my quarry over here. It's doing a lot of work. And since I don't need the cobblestone, it gets deleted instantly. This is for loading the cart. This is a little ghetto, the way this is hooked up. And it looks like I'm out of ethanol. This stuff's pretty nice. Actually, this should save inventory if I could just do this. But that's what we're going to be doing today. That's building the main base, or at least the current main base, so I can at least move most of this stuff over there. It's going to be the largest and probably the best looking, and so I grabbed white stained glass and frostbound block. These two look pretty nice. And of course I can turn these into bricks, and I can turn the bricks into like smaller bricks. But I want to make the main base over there. So best way to get over there. I guess on my way over there I'll show you what I've recently made. That's this thing. The grass has started growing, so finally move this over. But this is like a... Oh, this started. My bee bee, breeding. Well, it's not really breeding the bees, it's more for upgrading trees, making them better. And you don't see any changes in these trees yet, but that's okay. Then we've got this really not very great looking setup. This thing crafts logs into planks, so then it gets burned up in this engine, and it only gets burned up when power is requested, so the engine doesn't burn out. There's no honey in there. So that's pretty much this. It's not anything too fancy, but it'll be helpful long term, getting new trees and whatnot. So level 5. There's some horses that got stuck in the quarry. What do I want to do? So maybe, yeah, let's do that. Like a square. And this needs to be relatively easy to get to as well. So is that 5 by 5? Yeah, okay. Then I'll do something. Yeah. See, I want to use glass a bunch now because the connected textures and everything. They look real nice. So this will be like one of many ports that this main base will have. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. And what's going to happen is that the bridge from there to here is going to be slightly lower, and you can see like the ethanol tank filling up and whatnot. And not everything will be ethanol, of course. It's going to have the majority of my storage. I might make a storage base connected or really close to this, so it's that might pick up. So to separate these kind of like pod looking things, let's see. I guess I'll grab a bit more of these. Do I want to? So these are called fitted. These are called, oh, these are the actual brick. Okay. I'll have to cut a bit of this out from the final episode because it's just me being quiet a bunch thinking. Good thing we've got this. Yeah, let's use that quite a bit just because it's there. So what was that, quarried? This is what I want to use. Quarried stone, but it's expensive. Well, it's not expensive, it's just in unloaded areas. And what's this looking like? Yeah, it drains really extremely slowly. I did make an adjustment to this. I still need to put in 2 more biogas engines. But, is that? No, it's completely dead. If we come back here, if this has, I can change these to 50 actually. Let's just do that. So since these contain more than 50, it's going to turn on the blue engines, which are the bottom ones. And they're heating up right now. No, they must have started to heat up, but then this one reached, yeah, it just hit below 50%. So if the line is on, then the engines are off. And this just is that draining lava? Oh, it's gonna drain a lot of power. But that's fine though. Has that happened again? Yeah, you can see it down there. My tank engines keep... Tank engines. My carts keep getting lost. These are tanks. But that would look pretty cool as like a ground. Let's see what that looks like. These go in my satchel. Great word. Yeah, I can't fit anything else in there. What was I looking at? Iron tank walls. And just grab a tiny bit of wood just so I can pillar up. Oh, you're gonna do that to me? There we go. Oh no, there's no way. So it's easy to destroy stuff like that. This would just be 5 across. Yeah, it's pretty big. Pretty big tank. What am I doing? I can just chop the tree down. Yeah, this is pretty crude looking. I need to get my lighter and just burn all this down. And this is 7 by 7, right? Yeah, okay. Oh. I hate using wood as a scaffolding block, but what I'm gonna have to do something like this just so I can work under it. And that doesn't stop the quarry. That's just I don't know if it's a bug or anything, but if you just don't want the quarry, you can do that. Now I need like a bucket of water. Strangely enough, I actually have a bucket on me for once. Unless if I want to pour like ethanol. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Yeah, ethanol's pretty cool. It's pretty much an infinite source of power. I'm just gonna use... Oh, I don't want to use copper ore. Just because I use it to build with doesn't mean it's completely useless to me. How tall do I want it? Heights 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A cube would look pretty cool actually. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then something like that. It'd be cool if you built a tank and then it like suffocated you if you were inside of it still. And then like in chat it said somebody suffocated in a tank or something. These tanks are just like one of the cool things about this railcraft. Railcraft is like really cool. Oh. Is this on the line? Will the quarry destroy this? Yeah, it might. I really hope not. Okay. So I do have more for sure. Iron tank walls. All my storage is like in this tiny area. So yeah, that's my quarried stone. Just normal iron. Nothing in there. Iron plates if I need it. I thought for sure I would have plenty of tank walls. Is it? I think it's like this for no? I'll search it. Oh, no. Oh, it is actually glass. I think it's for the valve. So I can probably destroy this creosote thing. It never was really that useful. I don't really like creosote oil that much. It's not like I can't find a use for it. And there's 2 valves, that's nice. I'll make sure to try to fit those in. One on either side. After this base, or this, so if you don't know what I'm doing exactly, I'm making it so that I can, that's to reset the tank cart that I lost. Oh man, there's some, this world might be corrupted in some areas. I hope not, but you know how it goes with modded. Can't really, or you don't really know anything. So yeah, tank valve here. So my goal with the majority of the things I'm doing is to make like separate bases for every individual thing. I think that would be pretty cool. And then eventually add a mod when I run out of bases to make. Oh, that makes 8? I thought it only made... I just thought it made less, I guess. Oh, man. Oh, this, yeah. It doesn't actually complete when you... Now it should be complete. It doesn't complete when you're inside of it. So yeah, we've got this. I'll set up the, that's perfectly centered. Oh, just the water's in the way. I'll set up the, how the cars get there later. But for now, let's, copy what we did on this side to all the other sides. With this. And I want to use every single type of fuel option or energy creation method, so then I can be more creative, other than just you know, rely on one source of power. I can have whole bunch of sources of power, and then it'll be more fun to create all those different things. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Then we can have something being imported from here that's maybe in that direction, but I want to have a bunch of different, kind of like it expands everywhere. So I can, you know, be as creative as possible. These trees are a little bizarre, but I should have gotten rid of them before I started all this. But I can just light them on fire like I said earlier. That'll be fun to watch. Yeah, this white and black, or white and blue combo looks really nice together. So this will be my imported ethanol reserve from those farms over there. I'll explode all this with TNT as well, maybe. Oh. That's not too loud. I'll turn it down anyways. So we need to figure out these corners, because I don't like it how sharp it is. And there's two different approaches. We could go extremely round, or we can do more of a diagonal. And I think a diagonal would be pretty cool. Where do we start here? Sure. Something like that. It doesn't... I really don't care if I drop these on accident, because they're just so cheap. It takes like you get 8 from a piece of lapis and ice, and I can easily create both of those things. And then we need a fence of one sort or another. So those are their fences, and then there's walls. So we could get the frostbound diamond wall, but that wouldn't look... Iron would be a little fancy. Quartz. Yeah, I think quarried would probably be the best looking. Do you need the brick then? I guess you do. corridor iron. Iron would look pretty nice too. Okay, so we go not like that. Yeah, this is... It'll be interesting how far I can get along with the mods I have. Which, I've only got 4 mods, and the main one I've been using quite often is the Railcraft. Railcraft is really cool. Of course, Buildcraft is, you know, Buildcraft. If you don't like Buildcraft, you don't like modded. And unlike all the other islands, yeah, so these will look like oil rigs. That one looks quite a bit like one. It's going to be thicker, because that one just looks real flat, and I guess these are more thick, but they've got layers. See how much we can get rid of. I do have that water bucket. That water, but I can get that later. So this is the very edge of the huge main base. And yeah, it's gonna be massive. And but I don't want everything to, like, I want it mainly to be storage, of course. So I don't have to, if I want to craft a new item, I don't want to go to a million different places. But at the same time, I don't want everything to be built just in this center thing. And like these tiny little things, just so I don't have to look at them. So there's probably 2 carts down there now. Likely landed on each other. Let's finish up and check on this. I can take all this down now, but let's check on if we've mutated any of these trees yet. I don't think we have, because I'm wearing my spectacles right now. Maybe I need to take them off, put them back on, but still I'm not seeing anything. It's a little depressing, but let's analyze one of these bees real quick and see if that's the problem. Okay, so you have 2 honey drops. This thing's supposed to be self-sufficient, and it creates its own honey. And it creates beeswax. It's kind of like a byproduct. Oh, and since this is running, yeah, that's cool. And it's gonna take a while because this is weak. This is extremely weak. It's 10. Yeah, 10 RF per tick. Which, if you have 8 of those, it's equivalent to 1 normal thing. Man, this is taking quite a while. But what can I expect? I'm gonna make these into sticks. This is automatic, makes crafters to, automatically. You put bronze and sticks, and it kind of makes a buffer of them. Still not done. Oh, it's gonna try to output it, but it. So, shorter life, slowest worker. We need faster bees too. But of course, ooh, it's raining. I can just throw that out, I guess. Yeah. Well, that's about it. Ow. Thanks for watching. And as always, see you guys later. Bye bye.